Because I think Harvard's a disgrace. I think what they did was a disgrace.
What the government is doing has absolutely nothing to do with security. It is entirely about repression.
Our identities? Hands up! We got AUP and to protest.
What they were doing, when you see the way they took care of events, when you watch that woman, that horrendous president that ruined the image of Harvard, maybe permanently, in Congress, in the halls of Congress, when you take a look at what happened there, it's because I think Harvard's a disgrace. I think what they did was a disgrace. They're obviously anti-Semitic.
What do? Stand up, fight back! Higher education? Hands off! Our identities? Hands off! We got in the building right now. We win! Hands off! Our students? Hands off! Freedom of expression? Hands off!
This is amazing.
When higher education is under attack, what do? Stand up, fight back!
And when our international students and our international colleagues who are here on visas have it now as a purge, and we need to fight back.
Hands off Mohsen. Hands off our students.
We say yes to a free university. Yes! Open and accessible to all. A university where you can get a scientific education that faces up to the environmental catastrophe we've unleashed on the world. Yes! We say to a university where you can get an education in history. Yes! One that confronts the histories of racism and slavery, exploitation and empire, and of the people who fought back. These histories are being censored and suppressed by the government today. Even the dead aren't safe. We say yes to it. There's a little Walter Benjamin. We say yes to a university where you can get a political education. Yes! Where if something's not being taught in the classroom or the laboratory, if thinking and learning is being foreclosed, students can pitch their tents on the quad and teach each other and teach their teachers.
What the government is doing has absolutely nothing to do with security. It is entirely about repression.
That's right.
The U.S. government is using every tool in its massive arsenal to arrest, to detain, to deport, and in the case of universities, to defund these institutions simply because they disagree with U.S. foreign policy and have the humanity, let alone the temerity, to stand up for Palestinian human rights and oppose a genocide in Gaza.
That's right.
Fear of speech is authoritarianism. Fear of freedom is authoritarian, and it's being done on this under this false guise of a false definition of anti-Semitism, which, given the Nazi sympathizers in the administration, is obviously preposterous pretext. The true goal is to weaponize this ideological orthodoxy to dismantle the very institutions that undergird our democracy: courts, lawyers, civil society, and universities. And to suggest that due process is optional is, again, the hallmark of authoritarianism. Their strategy depends on testing us and shocking us to see if we will give up. Their strategy depends on dividing us so we cannot support each other. Will we let that happen?
No!
Will we stand together?
Yes!
Will we be silenced?
No!
We know that Donald Trump is disgraceful and shameful.
That's right.
I'm saddened to say that Mayor Eric Adams is disgraceful and shameful. I'm sad to see law firms like Paul Weiss shrink, be disgraceful and shameful. I'm sad to see institutions like Columbia shrink when they should have stepped up. And I saw our Columbia University journalism students. I want to thank you so much for having the courage to step forward when your president and your leadership let you down. I'm part of the America that has always fought back and always pushed forward and always said we will not let this happen while we're on our watch. And I want to thank all the leaders of the institutions of higher learning coming forward and say, you will not erase history. Our identities, hands up! We got AUP, NYC, Manhattan chapter.